Hey guys, I'm back with a new video. In this video, let us understand the concept of inheritance in CSS. So inheritance in CSS means that some CSS properties by default inherit the values from their parent. So let us go over a few examples. So right inside the one.selectors folder, let us create a new file and name it as inheritance.html. So right here, let us quickly scaffold our basic HTML boilerplate. So type exclamation and press tab, inheritance in CSS. Next, let us create a CSS file for our markup and let us name it as inheritance-demo.css. And let us link our CSS file to the HTML. So link inheritance-demo.css. Right here, let us add a paragraph element with some dummy content. So p lorem 10. Now let us take some word and wrap it using the em tag. So wrap with abbreviation and use the em tag. So let us head over to our CSS file and add a CSS rule for this paragraph element. So right here, let us first target the body element and give it a background color of slide gray. So body background color #CCC. Next, let us give our paragraph element a deep pink color. So p color, set this to deep pink. And let us open our file with live server. So here you can see that our em element is also deep pink in color, even though we didn't explicitly define its color, right? So this is inheritance in action. So the em element, as you can see, is the child of the paragraph element and it has inherited the color property of the paragraph element. So if you click inspect on the em element, you can see it gives us the properties of the em element that were inherited from the paragraph element, which is this color of deep pink, right? Inherited from p. Now what if we don't want the em element to inherit the color property that we define on the paragraph element? So for this, we can set the color property to its default value for the em element. So down here, let us define the CSS rule for the em element and let us set the color to its default initial value, which is black. So em set the color to initial. So this will give us the default color of black, and let us give this a preview to see what we get. And now you can see it gets the color of black and this property gets ruled out, right? So this is strike through. So this property of the paragraph element is no longer valid on the em element, right? Because now we are using the default color of black. Let us have a look at the properties that don't get inherited. So let us go right where we defined the CSS rule for the paragraph and let us set a border of 2 pixel solid maroon. So border 2 pixel solid maroon. And now let us give this a preview. And now you can see we are having a border around our paragraph element, but you can see that there is no border around the em element. But what if we want that the em element should also have the exact same border that is around our paragraph element? So in this case, what we can do is we can inherit the border. So for this, set the border property to inherit for our em element. So right here, set border to inherit. Let us give this a preview in the browser to see if this works or not. So now you can see that we are having an extra border around the em element. So this was all I wanted to cover about inheritance in CSS. If you liked the video, do give it a thumbs up or comment down below if you have any query. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and I will see you guys in the very next one.